jumping. I am Step Amber, and I am Silly Grief White Exploration in VOA Special English. Image standing at the edge of a tall bridge, hundreds of meters below you. Flavor water years by. We take a deep breath, a jump off the bridge, head first into the air. As a reaction to such excitement and fear, the hormone adrenaline flows through your body. There is nothing but a long rubber rope attached to your ankles, holding onto your very life. Some people call it crazy. Others said it is exciting. Whatever you may think, bungee jumping has become a popular extreme sport all over the world. Bungee jumping is not a new activity. Men on Pentecost Island in the South Pacific have been doing land jumping for hundreds of years. The men tie long spines from planes around their ankles. They spend day building tall towers out of vines and logs. Then they jump off this structure. It takes a great deal of skill to jumping correctly and safely. Land diving for them is an ultimate cultural activity. According to their beliefs, the first land diver was a woman. She decided to run away from her abusive husband. So she climbed off the tall tree and tied some vines around her feet. Her husband caught after her off the tree. He raced out to grab her, but the woman jumped and the man followed. The vines saved her life, but her husband did. Land diving has become a way in which this island men show their bravery in front of the woman. People of the village sing long songs to show their support for the brave divers. This tradition is also a way for the men to face their troubles in public. For example, a man can discuss his marriage problem before the jump. The village, including his wife, must stand and listen. This action custom caught the interest of some students of Oxford University in England. In the late 1970s, they formed a group called the Dengaria Sport Club. They like to invent risky and sometimes crazy activities. They were some of the first people to test several of what are now called extreme sport. They are said to have invented modern bungee jumping. In the spring of 1979, members of the group jumped off the Clifton Suspension Bridge on Bristol, England. They were attached to the bridge by a bungee cord. A long elastic rope the stretches. They were dressed in black and white clothing and hot bottle of champagne wine. The press quickly surfed on the word activities. The group's son received even more attention when they organized a bungee jump off the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, California. A man named Ed Hackett of New Zealand later heard about this group. He dared to make the sport into a business. Mr. Head worked with his friend Henry Van X, who was an expert at skiing. They started developing bungee ropes and materials. Scientists at Cowland University helped them. The two men knew the people would find bungee jumping exciting and fun, and they knew people would pay money for the experience. To show the world about bungee jumping, they held a major jump in 1997 of the famous Eiffel Tower in Paris, France. They later got permission to open the first bungee jumping operation on the Kawarau Bridge in Queenstown, New Zealand. Many people find $75 to jump up the bridge with a bungee cord attached to their ankles. Mr. Hatchworth had to make sure the public knew how safe his materials were. He developed a method to guarantee safely called the bungee cord of practice. Bungee jumping might seem frightening, but it's very safe activity if you go to a well-established bungee jumping company. People who work for bungee operation usually have a great deal of training and experience. They use very strong and carefully made rubber ropes. They cook a rope has on the jump's body weights. This is this is so they can manage how much the rope strike when the pressure falls. The rope attacks from a harness devoted to around the jumper's ankles. Often, operation uses a body harness as well. This is so that you have twist the protection in case one hand breaks. Good bungee operation makes sure all equipment in excellent condition. They should also do several checks to make sure all ropes, harness and teeth are correctly attached. It is important to remember that this sport is not safe for everyone. People will have health like pressure or heart conditions should not try jumping. People with big or knee injuries or suffer from various should also avoid this sport. And remember, if you do not feel like experiencing it yourself, you can always let other people jump. Now you have jumped, gone up and down several times on the river raft, and are hiking by your ankles in the middle of the air. You may be wondering what your are supposed to do now. Do not worry. The operation have different quickest for getting you back to land right side up again. Oftentimes, a bungee jumping with on raffle wheel attached to your rope and help you back up the structure. Jump from one extreme sport company gets a running on this website. It runs that bungee jumping might lead to big smiles and deep feelings of happiness and excitement. Since its beginning in New Zealand, commercial bungee jumping has spread to countries everywhere. One of the highest bungee jump in the world from a structure is not Locarno, Switzerland over the Verjaska Dam. The drop measured the 220 meters. In fact, you can see the character bone jump of this very bridge in the 1995 movie Golden Age, or that is 216-meter jump from the Blockrange Bridge in South Africa. This is the highest single arch bridge in the world. Of course, not every place has a body of water with a bridge from which you can jump. Some amusement parks offer bungee jumping from crane machinery. In the Andes Mountain of Peru, you can visit Action Valley outside the city of Cusco. Visitors can jump from a metal box that hangs from cables high up in the air. Most of these companies can sell you video recording or photograph of your jump. This way can prove to your family back home that you were brave enough to bungee. Now extreme sport companies are finding a way to make bungee jumping even more frightening. Some offer bungee jump at night, or jump where you fall up structure backward. There are also bungee jump from flying helicopter and hot air balloons. You can also try bungee jumping for two. Some companies can harness two people together so you and a friend can experience with the excitement. A G-Hexed company even offers a ski jump of the tallest building in Macau. Just how far would you go to experience the first bungee fire? Hoshia Mujiwa fleet has run a bungee operation on the Victoria Place bungee between Zimbabwe and Zambia in Africa. He has been jumping from the 111-meter drops for many years. From the steel bridge you can see the giant craters of Victoria Falls, one of the largest water parks in the world. Mr. Manjijev explained that every human being and to blaze in rush of adrenaline. He says when you bungee jump, you leave all stress and bad thinking behind. He says you come back up with a new man. But what does a person who is new to bungee jumping think about the sport? Tim Roney recently traveled to Victoria Falls. He only had 24 hours to spend in Zimbabwe, but he might sure have found time to jumping from my spread toward the forward Zambezi River. Here is what he had to say about the experience. Rooney. Hi, I am Tim Rooney from Washington, D.C. Jumping off the bridge was one of the most spectacular, fatigue moments of my life. The idea had not really occurred to me until we got to the falls and we saw the view. I decided what better way to get to know this fire than to jumping into it. I think that the jam had more of a shocking impact on my girlfriend who had to watch the whole thing. To observers, a bungee jump looks like a terrible violent process, but the actual experience of it is one of floating. You jump and you don't have any sensation of being to get or failing or anything. You just are floating up and down. It is one of the most calm, wonderful things I have ever done. I recommend everybody do it. This program was written and produced by Dana Dimetz. I am Steph Amber, and I am Shirley Griff. You can read and listen to this program on our website voaspecialenglish.com. Join us again next week for exploration in VOA Special English.